Danny Ainge told Toucher and Rich in Boston, I'm putting it on my players' shoulders right now in regards to the struggles of the Boston Celtics. I'm Robin Lundberg here with Wilton Jackson and Ben Pickman, and that can be taken, of course, as a vote of confidence for Brad Stevens. But the Celtics are surprisingly, in eighth in the East right now, Wilton. Who do you blame for their struggles?
Robin, at first I thought it was the fact that the Celtics needed a big man. And, when they recently got rid of Tice, I questioned why they did that. But then as I look closer at the Celtics, I look at the play of Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. And if you look at it, especially like last night against the Mavericks, there's too much isolation in one-on-one basketball. And when you look at Tatum and Brown, yes, they can score the ball, but they're not your prolific scorers that can actually do that consistently in an isolation standpoint. And as we know, isolation basketball is not going to equate to essentially winning games. And so what the Celtics need is a real point guard to help facilitate their offense. And I know, Kemba Walker is supposed to be the guard and the option to help them do that. But I'm not really seeing where Kemba's truly helping in that aspect. And so until Brown and Tatum and that offense can get the ball movement going, I mean, it's too many guys standing around the three-point line just waiting for a play to happen. Until they can get that offense moving, I don't think they're going to start winning games.
I think we oversold their talent a little bit, to be honest. And where do I think the struggle started? I actually think it's the absence of Kyrie Irving, who was once there, both because it didn't work out with him there, and because if he was still there, I think you'd look differently at this team. It's a downgrade, a significant one, to go from Kyrie to Kemba Walker. He would be the best player on that team, and then maybe you would see Tatum and Brown in better roles, Ben.
Yeah, but they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year and frankly should have beat the Miami Heat in advance to the finals. And they didn't have Kyrie Irving last year either. And so I don't really think, that is the crux of their problem. The roster is pretty unchanged, but I think schematically, right, there are some things that they struggle with this year. And Brad Stevens has struggled, admittedly, right? You look at their defense, it slipped a little, right? They're bottom third overall in the league, giving up more than 112 points per 100 possessions. And then you look offensively, Wilton alluded to it. I don't think that Brown and Tatum are necessarily the problem, but there's absolutely too much standing around. They're number 28 overall in assist percentage, right? So they don't really actually share the basketball very well. And if you look at it, they're getting just under 50% of their baskets unassisted. They're second fewest overall in hockey assists per game. So there isn't a lot of ball movement overall on this team, and that leads to a lot of isolation. Now, they have the talent to do it, but it certainly doesn't bode well for them right now. Danny Ainge also deserves some of the blame. He's not willing. He shouldn't be off the hook for this one either.
Well, I like the move to bring in Fournier, even if he's struggled, mightily in his debut, right? But this is a team, and you're right, Ben. Look, they did do that, and they have been good over the last several seasons. But I think that made us elevate them a little higher than they actually are from a talent standpoint. I think whoever that player is, they could use a talent injection, because I don't know if Tatum and Brown alone with the rest of that cast are enough to get it done. And then things have gone poorly for them, both in style of play, maybe mood around the team, that have made them worse than they should be, but maybe they were better than what they should have been before.